Hey guys, we are in the Basement Arcade. Today we are going to do a video updating the code for a Stranger Things Pinball. Stern just released the latest code a couple of days ago. It's 1.01 for this one. I have updated this game probably 5 or 6 times. We will go through in detail how to update the code on a Stranger Things Pinball. This is probably my favorite pinball at the moment right now. I really enjoy this game. This is the limited edition version. Maybe we'll show you a little bit of the gameplay. If you could, hit that subscribe button. We're trying to grow the channel. I don't know where we're going to go. I don't know what the future holds. who knows? Looks like we're going to make it through 2020. So I just want to get the word out about the hobby. It's a lot of fun, man. If we can get more and more people into this, restoring these old games. This is a new game right here, so maybe we can get more manufacturers and companies out there to make more games. There's just something about them. And hit that like button too and help us out. One of the things I really enjoy about Stern is that they are constantly updating their game code for their pinballs. Here, I got an email a couple days ago about Stranger Things, and they've updated the code to 1.01. And a lot of times they add new features, they're tweaking the game. You can go online, and if there's some issues that you're having when playing the game, you can post to their website, and they'll take that into account when they're updating the code. But it's kind of neat. There's not a regular release of these code updates. I've probably done 6 or 7 of them since I bought the game, so they're constantly adding new things. And all you do is you just simply click on the link in the email, and I signed up. So I'm registered on the Stern website, and I've registered my pinball and everything so that they know I've got a Stranger Things pinball, and they have my email from that. And so what they do is they'll just send an email out whenever they update the code, or you can go directly to their website that I just clicked on the link, and it takes you to this, and you just simply download the code onto a USB drive. And from that USB drive, we're going to take that, we're going to insert that into the machine. So here's the code. What I did is I deleted everything off my USB drive, and it downloads these 2 files right here. And they go over in the website, the README files, but what you don't want to do is put this in any type of folder. So that way when you insert the stick into the game, it's going to automatically find these 2 files, and the game will completely update itself on its own. So we're down in the basement. I'm going to go turn on all the games. I thought you guys might like to see how I do that. I've got a bank of switches over on the wall here, and it's this switch right here that turns on the games. What it is each of the switches control one game. I did that because I'd have arcade parties, and what would happen is I'd have a game go out, and I'd have to shut down all the games in order to turn that game off and try to figure out what was going on. So each of the games are switched individually. So here we have Stranger Things powered on. And what you want to do is you want to shut your game off first. And the power on off switch is right here underneath the back box. So you just toggle that off. And then we're going to take back box, or sorry, the translite, and the keys are right inside the front door here. And while you're inside the front door, what you want to do is you want to pull out this interlock switch. It's hard to see in the dark, but you pull that out, and what that's going to do is that's going to allow everything in the game to still operate like normal. So you just simply unlock the lock, and we're going to take the back box down. So that is glass. You want to be careful with it. All right, so you've got your USB drive right here, and Stern makes it so simple. They've got 2 slots right here. It doesn't matter which slot you put the USB drive in, but you want to be kind of careful when you're inserting it, not push too hard so that you flex the back of the board. You want to turn the display back up so you can see it, and then turn your game back on. And so what'll happen, you'll see it here, it'll power back up. And then the game runs through this update process. So here it's starting up. And it asks us to select what type of update we're going to do. And the way you do that is you toggle with these buttons that are inside the coin door. I have to always remember. All right, you do plus and minus, up and down. And so what I usually do is the full update and verify yes. And then once you've done that, you hit the select button. And the select button is this black one right here. And then the game starts to update. Now this does take anywhere from 5 to 10 minutes to do. So we'll be back after this finishes. Right now we're about at 3,500 of 5298 megabytes. So we're probably 60% or so. And it's been probably 5 minutes. What'll happen is when this bar gets all the way to the right, it'll start over again and verify that the code was downloaded correctly. So while we're waiting on that, I wanted to show you guys, I got some items in the mail, and they're for my Medieval Madness pinball here. And this is the Medieval Madness pinball, and it was made by Chicago Gaming a few years ago. I just looked for the date on this. I can't remember. I'll have to look that up before the next video. But 2013, hard to believe, 7 years. So when Chicago Gaming set out to make Medieval Madness, they wanted to essentially do a duplicate copy of the original game, but with updated hardware and computer pieces and just sort of updated electronics on the inside. And the idea was to make the game look as close as it could to the original game, and they did a fantastic job. I've actually played the original one next to this one, and it's kind of hard to tell the difference. And this is what got me into pinball. I bought, this was one of my first pinballs that I purchased, and I just have really enjoyed it. So after Medieval Madness, Chicago Gaming, they issued Attack from Mars, this remake here, and then Monster Bash was their third one. But if you'll notice, like each of those games have a topper, and then they've got this wider display here. And so this display was color. Originally that would have been this orange that you see right here in Twilight Zone. And so they colorized that. Now Medieval Madness did colorize the display, and I got a chip in the mail. It was probably a year or so after this game came out, and you just put that chip on the board and it turned the display into color. But then you can also see on Attack from Mars, they had the wider display there. And then just the illumination is incredible. Like these modern lights versus the light bulbs, the incandescent bulbs they had originally. I mean, it's just incredible. In fact, I like the look so much, I went and on the Twilight Zone, I replaced all of those original incandescent bulbs with the LED bulbs, and did the same thing over here on Addams Family. And what that does is it just really brightens the game up, and it makes it a lot more enjoyable to play. These games were kind of dark originally, and so if you're I like to turn all the lights off down here, and sometimes it's kind of hard to see all the details in the game. So it really, to me, enhances the experience of the pinball. But this is the topper right here. So that topper, we're going to put it on top of the game. So they made a topper, we got a new display, and then we've got an updated speaker that goes in the bottom of the cabinet. So we'll lift the play field and put that in. And one of the things that they did, it's just so fantastic. They've got these really great manuals, and they go step by step, exactly what you need to do. I have read through that. This is a little bit more of an advanced installation than some of the things that you see. Here's the boxes right here that came in the mail with all the different pieces. You can see the speakers in here, and there's a bunch of wiring. But when I say advanced, Stern, they also released some kits, and like right here, this shooter knob it's just sort of a plug and play. Now they gave instructions with it, and I probably should have done a video on it, but it was so easy to do. They have a spot on their board, and so they had planned for the shooter rod all along. So this is like an official Stern mod. So when you hear the word mod, that's short for modification. And when I first got into pinballs, I was really into the modifications. You can see Uncle Fester right here is a mod, and then this polar bear in the back is a mod as well. And the train, I went a little crazy with this guy, and even the book right there is a mod. In Medieval Madness, I did a mod with trolls where they have the lighted eyes. I'll show you guys that. But okay, so the game is pretty close to verifying the update here. So we are almost there, and success. So we have successfully updated the game code, and now it asks us to power cycle the game. So we'll just turn the game off here. And what you do is you just kind of go in reverse order, right? You're going to take out your USB drive. So we'll take out the USB drive. We will put the translite back in, which is right here. All right, that just slides right up in there, and it kind of rests on this ledge. And then what you do is you just raise this up, and you can see as you turn this, it kind of locks into the back box, and it locks everything together. And then you can put the key back down in the game. They got a little clip right here. Most games do. And then you just want to shut the front, and then turn the game back on. All right, so it's initializing. And this right now is probably my favorite game. Okay, you can see our version 1.01, which is what we downloaded from the website. So game software updated, all settings restored. So I had the game on free play. You can see it there. So it saves all your settings. And then looks like it saves the grand champion as well and some of the highest scores in there. Yeah, there I am. So yeah, this is the game. This game is fantastic. I'll have to figure out what's in that update. But this game has just got some fantastic colors to it. I did get the limited edition, so it's got this really great projector that really kind of adds to the experience of playing the game. And then I put the UV kit in here too. If you guys haven't seen that, maybe I'll try to show that in a video. It's just a really neat feature to when the game goes into the upside down mode. If you're familiar with the show, everything's is lit up with UV lights that are up in these ramps here. And then this is the colored shooter rod, which is just super cool. You can see it's kind of lit right here by these lights. That is it for our video today. I hope you learned something. This is a fantastic game. If you haven't played it, try to get out there and play it. Who knows what 2021 will be like. Hopefully we'll see some more pinballs open up. I have an idea of opening up my own little local pinball league in our new office that we're working on. If you haven't looked at some of the videos of our new office, we are expecting to be in there hopefully sometime summer next year. And I think what I'm going to do is take all these pinballs up there and maybe start a little local league, see if we can get some interest in the area. But if you haven't hit that subscribe button, if you could please do that. We're just trying to grow the channel, get the word out, just see what we can be here. It doesn't take but a second to do that, and it just would help us out tremendously. And smash that like button too. That's supposed to help the YouTube algorithm. I don't know how all the computers work out there, but if that helps us get the word out, I'd really appreciate you doing that as well. So you guys have a great Christmas and New Year's, and we will see you in the new year. Take care.